And what is up, guys? We're back for another stream. So today we're gonna do the Wanderer Archon Quest, and hopefully it turns out good. I'm really looking forward to Scaramouche's art. So let's see what's in store for us today as we do the Archon Quest. So I'm really enjoying DCG or Genius Invocation. It's fun to play, and uh there's a and I'm impressed about the cards and about the combos you can do. But of course, as any other card game, sometimes it's on RNG if you get the right cards. Um, anyway, we're using our event team, and then we're gonna switch since it's an event. On an Archon Quest, uh, we're gonna use Traveler, Naida. What else can we bring? Yeah, let's see Shogun. Can you
May knowledge guide you.
um yeah, let's just use Bennett. Bennett's fine.
I won't hold you back. Much.
Yeah, we're good. And here we go. So I actually triggered it yesterday.
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper.
Kabuki Mono, that's what Scaramouche or Wanderer said in the trailer, right?
Ugh, if only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about him, this seems like the kind of thing he'd know about.
They're looking for us. If you're looking for the traveler, that's me.
You're the traveler, you say?
Are you doubting me?
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
If you don't believe me, I'll go.
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma.
And by the way, chat, I'm still sick. So, I'm gonna be coughing here and there. So, please bear with me, okay?
This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
Sawada, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kinda lacking. Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatarasuna?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
Ah,
Yeah, we only just know about it, the Crucible thing. Oh, I mean Mikaga's Furnace. That's all we know. We haven't had that much lore, I believe, for it yet, on where it started, why it became that way.
my
Sorry, I
teacher
can't help you
chose
this
this
time.
area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's past. But who'd have thought that...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatarasuna.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive for a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Let me give you some
Oh my god,
background.
we're gonna look at
This all started with the discovery of some records in
thesis
Tatarasuna.
papers.
The
Holy shit.
writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade. But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows. Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger, someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
Wait, but
That's
that
right.
does not fit
Akaba's teacher has spent
Scaramouche,
quite some
right?
time researching these events on the ground. This kabuki mono lived in Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
Oh,
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens? Seems kind of fishy to Paimon.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow, did I get lucky!
wow.
Stop shouting!
He's just excited,
This
Paimon.
part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out.
Yeah,
It just so happens that a
I
friend
understand
of mine
that.
works at the government records office. He
That's
looked into it for me.
that's
I
fair.
can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago. Even back then, Tatarasuna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Oh, interesting. Could it be?
Wait, so there are two missing people in this story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
Wow, yes, you really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the last practitioners of Ishin art. Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail.
Will we see Kazuha? Huh, there's more?
Yes, of course! How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents. For
Wait,
they are
I need
about
to
be below.
use my
Or maybe
ether
you won't
expression.
believe your ears.
Sorry.
I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my
There's
years
more?
as a writer, this is by far the most.
Get to the
Most,
point, for Pete's sake.
He's just
According to
excited, come
information
on.
acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki Mono was not a human, but a puppet.
Oh yeah, that's Scaramouche, right. Dot dot dot, exclamation point.
A puppet?
The Shogun puppet that the Electrum Archon made should be ruling Inazuma with her as we speak. Couldn't be her. The Kabuki Mono has to be the balladeer, but What was he doing 400 years ago in Tatarasuna?
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
Glare at Paimon and hope she keeps her mouth shut.
No, Paimon just meant, how creepy.
Oh my god, you're
The way
making
you
it obvious,
described it makes it
Paimon.
sound like a ghost story.
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take a look.
Yeah, there's Oni, there's Kitsunes. Oh my god, this is so... do I really need to read this long text? YouTube. If you're watching it from YouTube, just pause if you like to read. I'm gonna screenshot it and like see what I can read. I'm just gonna take a screenshot of it. No, I don't want to read this on stream as it will strain my voice a lot and that's a lot of text. I don't want to. Let's just read this. It seems that the rest of this work remains unfinished. From that existing text, however, it is apparent that this is a novel of fantastical, colorful sensibilities, born from an imagination well utilized.
Oh, and please read my essay draft as well.
Oh my god, 2 texts? Holy shit, I'm not reading that. Holy fuck, that's long. So feel free to screenshot, guys, if you want. It seems that the rest of this paper remains unfinished. One thing is for sure, though a lot of thought was put into it.
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Yeah, sounds more like a novel. Has this guy ever even written an essay before?
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back
I'll
to
be
the
right back.
drawing board,
Be
I
right back a
guess.
second, guys.
Give me some time. I need to find a new angle on this.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'll leave you to it. Oh my god, I can't do my either impression.
Good luck with your essay.
All right, thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know. Thanks so much.
His mustache doesn't fit his hairstyle. Yeah, like it reminds me of early Filipinos.
Sounds weird, doesn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh?
Yeah.
After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it?
Yep.
If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
In what, Paimon? Oh, wait, that's him. Well, what's wrong?
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like
Yeah, we saw Paimon. Oh, there he is.
Dear! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Let's go, Paimon. We're moving. Like, I'm doing the best that I can. Like do my Zach Aguilar voice impression, but I don't think it's working, chat. Hey, it's me, your mother. Let me in. Nahida! And there he is. There's the boy. There's the kid. There's the puppet. There is...
Traveler, Paimon, there you are.
Hello, Nahida.
Nahida,
What's up?
bad news. We just saw the balladeer.
He's
swimming
right
around
there,
the
Ketch. He's right there.
escape or... Ah, it's him!
Wait, he's smiling.
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surastana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain.
Stepmom to the
It was my
rescue.
idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me. A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
Let's hear Nahida
What'd you
out.
expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was...
You know, and after I do my
Still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ether impression,
So if
I
it were
think
up to
it
you,
fits.
you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong.
I
Here
fit
was thinking you were
Balladeer.
just getting
I
cold
fit
feet.
Scaramouche more than Ether. Dot, dot, dot.
That escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down? But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are
Well,
reasonable, I don't think
Ether
there's a problem
and
in making a deal.
Scaramouche like are close. Like their voices
Well,
are kind of
I,
close,
for
you know.
one, have no reason to doubt you, considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former Harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond. Wait a second. Farmer? You mean he's not a Harbinger anymore?
No.
I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
Like let's not forget the fact that he ran away with the noses. Right? I think like the doctor just like we all know he experimented on Scaramouche to see how, and he just used Scaramouche as a tool and not and you know that thing. He just used Scaramouche like to take control of Sumeru. So, you know, that's a goal. When people decided to kick you out, whether you're wrong or you're right, you know, you always look for a chance to get back at. So yeah, the doctor just used Scaramouche in that point. So he tossed you out like trash.
Sometimes it's you using them, Other times, it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui, and also between each of the Harbingers. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
Are you really supposed to be saying this? Really, what a crying shame.
Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, don't listen to him!
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from
Like
here
every bad guys in
depends on how
anime
well
like
we
do
manage
that,
to
right?
cooperate.
When you're no longer
Right.
useful,
Then I'll
yeah,
do what we agreed.
they'll just kick you out, kill you,
Keep in touch.
right?
Nahida, are you serious about this?
Have you ever seen Nahida joke?
Yes.
I mean, she just jokes sometimes.
I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
For me? But yeah, but I guess so. Since Scaramouche has direct contact with Irminsul, so he can always get more information from it. So I guess that's why Nahida said that.
Yes. As I told you once before,
I see. Yeah,
there's
yeah.
information about your twin in Irminsul.
I got ahead of this.
Yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that?
Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
What if he lies to you?
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him!
I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns.
Lumine?
As Sumeru's
Always our
deity,
twin?
it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer.
That's our only like
But
goal.
as someone who counts you as a friend,
Nothing
I will
else.
do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it.
That's why she's the favorite Archon. Come on, guys. She's the one who helped us the most, and now she's going, and now she's like helping us even more, bro. Thank you, Nahida.
It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero.
Yeah, and she's treating us like one.
Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help?
I was gonna contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. Seems like we have a telepathic connection. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned. Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease.
Okay. We
Of
got
course,
you.
I'll
We
be
got
there
you,
to help
fam.
guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
I'm glad to be able to help.
Great. Thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Okay, let's go. Here we go, chat. Here we go.
Wow, it looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Yeah, that's probably it. It runs
Look
weird.
at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Nahida sent me to babysit you.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No
Oh
way
my
a prisoner
God.
gets to be so smug!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards, but right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous.
It's still the
I
same.
need to be quite
Holy
clear about
crap.
something.
Uh,
In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through.
also, we're entering the real Irminsul, the real tree inside the
But it
tree.
is essential that you remain calm after entry.
That's what we saw in the
This is
trailer.
as much for your own safety as anything else.
Understood.
Fine, let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are gonna be traveling together after all. Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
If there are no further
Probably
objections,
Paimon.
I suggest we get going. Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
There's no need for all the biting sarcasm.
We can start now.
Yeah, let's just go.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating
Oh my god, it feels like we're going into a video game. The fuck? We're going to VR chat.
Come on, let's catch up with him.
Yeah, we're really entering Irminsul.
Wow. So this is the inside of Irminsul.
Different than what I imagined.
Ooh. Paimon's never seen anything
There
like
are
this.
symbols.
And it feels like a sacred place.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor.
His eyebrows went up.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey,
I like how
stay
when Scaramouche does something, he asks Nahida. It's like she's really his stepmom.
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
Wait, branches appear out of nowhere. See, it feels like
These sapling things have spread out.
fragments has dissipated and the space
Those are all
seems.
packets
What
of
the heck?
information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
Oh, okay. But why are you heading straight towards it? Well, I guess only Scaramouche can read it or touch it, since he has power over here. Power here.
No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little?
Well, about that. Always need to be on your guard still, you know. Even with a friend,
Huge tree.
even with an ally, you don't know what's gonna happen. This is the center of Irminsul. All the information in the world is flowing through it.
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
Why does it feel like we're really like in some video game shit, or in some like anime Gundam shit, or in like
The rest
in the
is up to you.
headquarters?
If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Can you dance for us, Paimon?
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk?
Naida, is this a telepathic conversation?
Yes. I've also invited Paimon to
Okay, group chat. Let's go.
What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
I'm guessing that you don't want us to disturb the balladeer.
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great! So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
Yes, and he seems to excel at doing odd jobs at this.
There are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand.
I think it's about his past.
The day that he finds some answers.
Like, in the trailer, we've seen like flashbacks of Scaramouche's past. All those experiences that broke him in quick succession. Right, so we see the clearer one is with the Kaidahara guy, Kazuha's grandparent or ancestor, something like that. That's one. That's the most clear, or that's the clearest. Most clear. That's not a word. The clearest one, and then it's a quick succession of his past. Like I think Irminsul wants to just to explain, or I think we're gonna get a clear explanation, or Scaramouche is gonna get a clear explanation of the things that have happened. So let's just see. Is it about his past, the betrayals, and other events in Inazuma?
Well done. Smart
Yeah,
and
that's it.
intuitive
That's
as
it.
always.
Actually, I caught a glimpse of a few things when I ran into Hypatia at Party's DI. You relate what you saw in the Balladeer's mind while in Party's DI.
So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatara Suna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about
Yeah,
that?
it's cool. I think it's
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. I know about all of that.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatara Suna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what they thought.
Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
So the Gese got it right?
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatara Suna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
We have every right to keep certain things confidential.
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait, how did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you.
Every conversation with you is hard work, but your attitude is better than I thought.
Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh?
I'm sure you do.
Wait.
Oh wait, okay. He learned something. Wait, what is that? Oh, okay, a branch.
This light. It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
It's data.
Oh wait, what?
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Wait, anonymous? What? What?
Just wait.
Okay.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is
Oh,
worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara
This is
Suna's
it.
furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so?
oh wait.
Well, since you insist.
This is the guy, the Hara guy, right? It's Scaramouche's friend.
Whoa!
So we're traveling back to the past?
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time.
Yeah, I'm right.
You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else. Under your leadership, Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place. Like a giant village. People are gainfully employed. Their lives have purpose. They are motivated. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara Suna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown, all passing on their legacy. Skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside
Wait,
us.
so Niwa, okay.
I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing.
Yeah, so Niwa is
You
Scaramouche's
flatter
first
me.
friend.
From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma, and it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
So you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
My good sir, what do you mean?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected, because I didn't want to speculate, and I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate. And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun.
Wait,
This is our last
huh?
hope. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
They're so lazy, like,
Surprised
he
that
just...
you finally chose to be so sincere.
It just looks like
I'm
Kazuma.
sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Or are all
Mikoshi
Kaidahara
Nagamasa
has hair
noticed
like
there was
that?
one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are you still doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Drop the act!
With that voice,
We're
who
past
would
that
trust
now.
you? With that, like,
Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatara Suna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your
okay, he's
answers by
gonna
now?
kill him.
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You...
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all.
He's from
And
Sneznaya.
yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize
It's always
my true
Sneznaya, man.
identity and what I seek in Tatara Suna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
Oh, that's fucking Dottore.
Kill me.
Wait, what?
No one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a heart.
So everything that has happened to Scaramouche is because of Dottore?
Working for won't get away
Wait,
with
what
this.
the fuck?
They'll be found out.
So he can take
This makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this trouble?
Oh my god, so it's Dottore's fault. So everything that has happened to Scaramouche before he went to the Fatui is because of the doctor. Oh my god. So he killed everyone closer to Scaramouche so that Scaramouche so that Scaramouche will be angry at people and then decides, oh my god, Dottore completely manipulated him. That's why. Okay.
It's no
Up to
trouble.
this point when he became a
Patience is
god,
virtue which I have in abundance.
because
This is
I guess
all part
Dottore
of a
knows his
carefully
power.
controlled experiment.
Realize he's much
If you
more than
must
just a
know,
normal
I'm happy to
puppet.
divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
My god, bro, it makes so much sense now.
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
That's it? That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise. My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet.
Yeah.
Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
So when he was talking to the when Dottore was
You give him my heart. Tell him that both Nagamasa and I see him as one of us.
see, they truly care about Scaramouche, but then decided. So on the trailer when Doctor was speaking to Jester, so that's also, I guess, a vision from Irminsul. My god, I'm sorry. I'm gonna drink water. Hydrate. So 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 we will see the Doctor and Zester talking to each other, and It's always part of their plan on manipulating him more. Oh my god.
He has nothing to prove to anyone. Because not everyone just wants to use other people. The only ones who think like that are people like you.
Oh my god.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa, already dead. What a
Oh my
pity.
god, you're a dick.
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
Yeah. Okay, that one that makes it made him angry. Wait, is he crying?
Hey, are you alright?
Dottore? Dottore!
Oh, it was happening to Ermin's soul. It's glitching. Yeah, he's mad. Our boy's mad.
Good. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine?
He was the one behind the Tatarasuna incident.
But why did we see things from his perspective?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind.
Oh,
You have to admit,
Nahida's the
it
goat,
must be the
man.
truth.
Maybe so. But it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
His betrayal was a lie that he has believed for hundreds of years. Was this part of the doctor's experiment? If the betrayal never happened, it existed only in his imagination. But where does this leave him?
Let's give him some space. He looks really mad.
Yeah.
Paimon doesn't want to be anywhere near him right now.
Okay, let's go over there.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Because the doctor killed his first friend.
You like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabukimono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up disguised as a mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?" The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of
Oh
one of
my
his
god.
innocent servants. The mechanic removed
That's
the
messed
withered
up.
heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it had protected him from the filth.
That's so fucking
He
messed up.
thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's terrible.
Being betrayed and abandoned by a close friend is sure to cause great resentment. Now we know what was behind his decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gakuden 100 years ago. But it doesn't mean that vengeance was the right decision.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Wait for a
You
while.
brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Yeah, he's so mad. Will we just wait? Can we walk? Okay, we'll just have to wait. A while later.
Shall we see how he's doing?
Right, let's go.
Hey, you alright?
He's back to that smug
Scary
face.
expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend.
This is the question. We're pretty sure that he will erase his existence because of what he said in the trailer, that Kabuki Mono and him will cease to exist. So the question is, does he ask permission to do that? Does he ask Nahida for permission? Let's see what happens. We just want to make sure this doesn't affect the plan.
It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Why?
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Tevat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Not unexpected, but still, thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Lore time. More lore.
What?
The reason why there are records about your sister in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria.
Yeah.
Apparently, Conria was her first destination when she arrived in this world. Plus, she only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens
Huh?
responded?
What?
The jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage.
Oh yeah, there it is.
and lived with your
There's
sister
the
for a time.
reveal. The Jester, another Fatui Harbinger. Why? There it is,
I
chat.
don't know the details.
There it is.
It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that? Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info
It's
count towards my
confirmed.
mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Huh? What have you done?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
What do you want to know?
Give me your hand.
Oh, we're gonna touch hands. That's so. It's not appropriate. Just kidding. Dot, exclamation point.
Can you hear my voice inside your head?
Are you trying to brainwash me?
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
Oh my god. He's. Wait, why would you ask that?
Done.
Huh? What the? What happened? Paimon only saw you hold hands for a second.
Oh my god, Jet.
I was just thanking him for helping me.
What? That look, did he see me hesitate? But that was because I know about Greater Lord Rukadevata.
So long.
That's so fast.
Get yourselves out of here quickly.
So he did not ask for permission with Nahida.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Baladir, stop!
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. From this day forth, the names Baladir and Kabuki Mono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Baladir! Don't do anything stupid!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing
How does
more than
Nahida
staring
react
them
to this
at
though?
like the pests they are.
We need to know about
But if a
that.
colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
Baladir! Baladir! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him
But I
somehow.
think he's good. But I think it's the right way to do. But you know, erasing the past. He just wants to correct his mistakes. I think.
Oh no, he's really gone.
Oh, can you hear me?
Okay, Nahida's back.
Traveler, Paimon, Baladir, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
It was the Baladir's fault. He shut you out.
You tell Nahida everything that happened.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left.
So that's all his
Did he have
powers.
some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or
So he's gonna expend it all to
did he
delete
actually
his
see
existence.
beyond his abilities?
I think that's the
And
plan.
took everything he had.
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him. Sorry, Nahida.
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
Okay, we're on. We're out. I mean, we're out. Gonna go out. Imagine playing a dodge game where we dodge the branches. Because we know that you can't touch them. Right? And then it's timed. Just kidding. Oh god, please don't. Wait, we're We're back to Sumeru?
And we're at, an inn or something?
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you.
Isn't there anything I can do?
I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
An emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
I'm sure she can.
If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before?
He wants to know the truth. Because if he reads our mind, he knows if we're lying or not. Paimon doesn't remember Greater Lord Ruka Devata. And the Balladeer's question was a strange one. It's hard to explain in full. And the truth might be very distressing for Paimon. I'll skip the part about Greater Lord Ruka Devata for now and focus on the Balladeer. You tell Paimon what the Balladeer asked you and where he might have been planning.
He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible.
It's not easy, that's for sure.
You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life.
But we've already done that.
It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it.
Yeah, great example.
So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do. Oh, Paimon's so confused.
Maybe he wants to erase himself from history.
Huh?
Paimon, are you okay?
Sorry. Paimon accidentally...
Yeah, blaming it on the Balladeer.
Stress. But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul?
I'm just guessing here.
Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working.
But is it not allowed to like mention Greater Lord Ruka Devata to anyone?
Ever since we met him.
Because like if you say it to anyone, like they would think it is a joke, right? Because you're the only one who knows that, who's spreading it. What if I tell a random stranger from Sumeru, like, do you know that the first Archon, that Lesser Lord Kusanali is not the first Dendro Archon, it's Greater Lord Ruka Devata, and then 100% sure that guy will just laugh at you for making that joke. I mean, is that not allowed to like spread or share, say Greater Lord Ruka Devata's name? Or maybe because like I think just Traveler respects what he knows.
There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
Of course it does, of course. Indeed, if the Balladeer just erased himself from Irminsul, many people in Inazuma will be affected. I can't imagine what that situation would look like. Worst case scenario, it will affect everyone with a connection to the Raiden Gakuden. Kazuha, Ayaka, Ayato, will this mean that they'll disappear?
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next?
Nothing.
Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight.
Me neither.
So, how about, we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things?
Takoyaki, sushi,
Paimon's
ramen,
of anxiety here.
tteokbokki, bibimbap, samgyeopsal. Oh my god, I'm listing my favorite foods. Holy shit.
I'll start. First
Excuse.
Munstack grilled fish. Oh, and chicken mushroom skewers. Tea tea break pancakes, cream stew, sauteed matsutake, and Dragon chili chicken, almond tofu,
Oh
satisfying
god. Paimon.
Oh,
Are you done?
also Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp balls, triple layered consomme,
Oh wait, what's
loaded
happening?
bird egg soup, and
What's happening? Did we fall asleep? Yeah, I think. Paimon fell asleep? Standing up? Paimon, what's wrong?
what do we?
Wait,
What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now?
wait, did it?
Paimon was
Did he do it?
talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about.
Okay, this is it. We're going to say the balladeer and hopefully Paimon does not remember. You were getting so worried about the situation with the balladeer, you started listing foods.
The balladeer?
You did it, chat!
Is that a food too? Huh. Weird name though.
He has done it! Look at Ether's expression! Oh my god, he really did it! Paimon doesn't remember the balladeer. That must mean he actually pulled it off? But how did he have that ability? This doesn't make sense.
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
No, it's nothing.
So, the balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something.
Oh my god, the lore on this Archon Quest chat. I can't. Dot. Come on. If this is really happening, I need to know what else has changed. Paimon, come with me.
Okay, sure. Where are we going?
I want to go back to Inazuma.
Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
Now's not the time to explain. Let's get over there first. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh, and by the way, chat, we're doing TCG later in the evening. So after I finish the Archon Quest, gonna take a break for around 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours, and then we'll go back to more TCG action. New new people are allowed to, we can battle more opponents now. And we can invite at least, I think, 2. We got 2 invitations plus 2 more characters that are free to challenge. So okay, we're here.
We made it to Amanoma Smithy.
Ah, it's been a while.
Pardon me, I'd like to answer a question if I may.
Of course. Go ahead.
About the Raiden Gokaden. Can you tell me that story one more time?
Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. Very well. I'll tell you what I know once more. The once renowned Raiden Gokaden, comprised of 5 branches. Amenoma, Futsu, Ishin, Hyakume, and Senju. The art of forging practiced by these 5 clans was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun. Over time, the 5 branches diverged from one another as generations of bladesmiths honed and perfected their craft until they became 5 distinct traditions. Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline, and for a long time, only the Amenoma branch kept its art alive. But fortunately, Kaede Harakazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art. Now, 2 clans remain of the original Gokaden 5, If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present
Yep.
when he forged the Ishin blade.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, we were! Paimon remembers that now. We learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then, too. It seems like such a shame.
What was the reason behind their decline?
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed. In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaedehara Kazuha about this. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokunen, it was right that I should know the truth. There is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale.
I mean, has always been dark and sorrowful. I mean, for most of the cast, most of the story. So we're quite prepared about that, you know.
The Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Vengeful? Why?
400 years ago, so I'm told,
Okay,
there was a catastrophic
we're back to
malfunction in
Tarasuna.
Tarasuna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, but he rushed to the scene,
So that's Kabuki Mono.
hoping to prevent a disaster. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer.
Oh, it's Niwa.
His surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized.
So that story was changed.
Neither of them made it out. The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphan son was left to fend for himself, and grew up deeply resentful at the world. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death, and he hated everyone who had done nothing to try and save him. Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Generation after generation bore this grudge, living in utter misery. Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate no longer, and yet he could do nothing to change it. Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In doing so, he sought to vent his pent-up anger and shake the very foundations of Inazuma's forging industry. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan which he belonged to. His goal was absolute, the devastation of all of the Raiden Gokuden. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back fiercely, and they did not spare his life. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones, under the dire circumstances.
Oh yeah, looks like the Baldur did something Irmasol, but it seems Niwa still died.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Have you seen Kazuha recently? Well, are we gonna see him?
Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. We spoke for a while over some tea. He seemed well.
He did not mention Kabuki Mono at all. So he still exists, and he's the same Kazuha I know. Things doesn't seem as bad as I feared last night. That's all, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right? Your expression says it all. You can't hide anything from Paimon. On to the next stop. Lead the way, traveler. Paimon will be right
So
behind
are we seeing Kazuha? Oh, Yashiro Commission. Oh, are we seeing Ayato, Ayaka, or even Toma? Come on, more interactions with characters. Wait, I did not see who.
We're here! This is the Yashiro Commission's headquarters, so...
Traveler, it's been a while.
Hello.
If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid your timing is unfortunate. They're not here right now.
Are they out on business?
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commissioner's place. If it's
Oh.
urgent, you're welcome to wait inside until they get back.
What do you think? Shall we go in?
Thank you. We'll take you up on that offer. Yeah, we're gonna be seeing them. Can we talk a walk into the
If
courtyard?
it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so close with the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato,
It's raining. We need to
I
get
think it
inside.
should be okay.
We'll be heading in then. Thanks!
Hello, dears. Is there something you want to say?
Ma'am, can I ask you a couple of questions?
Of course, traveler. Yes, I know who you are. Miss Kamisato has told me about you. What would you like to know?
How are the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato these days?
Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato has been rather busy attending.
I love her. I love her
and
VA.
occasionally paying visits to some local organizations on the Commissioner's behalf. As for the Commissioner himself, well, you know, busy as ever. That much hasn't changed. Although he does seem to be in a rather good mood these
Why are we
days.
standing outside in the out in the rain?
Business as usual in the Yashiro Commission, huh?
Very much so.
Ayato is still the Yashiro Commissioner. Aika is still the lady of the house. No changes there. As far as I can see, nothing's changed in the Yashiro Commission either. I was expecting as much, but it's still a big relief to know that the Kamisato siblings are both safe and well.
Well, got any more questions?
That's all for now. Many thanks.
You're very welcome.
Many
In
thanks.
fact,
Yeah.
I'd love
Let's
nothing
go.
more than for you to come and visit more often. But I'm sure
Sure
you must
do.
be far too busy to have time for that.
Yeah.
Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time. She seems so thrilled to have you as a friend, and she's always saying how talented you are and how much she admires
That's so sweet.
you.
It's mainly because we're travelers, and Ayaka doesn't really travel that much, and so that's a factor. That's one factor that you need that I understand, that she's always confined in the house and busy with stuffs, and yeah, I understand about Ayaka about that.
I must say, many things in Inazuma seem to have taken a turn for the better since you arrived here. So you're not just Miss Kamisato's knight in shining armor, you know. You're a hero to us all.
Oh, that's so sweet. I'm flattered. I'm flattered. Thank
I mean
you.
it. Whenever the commissioner dines at home, Toma always joins him. I always find myself at my most relaxed when I'm serving the two of them and listening to them chat away. The commissioner has such a busy schedule that he doesn't always have the chance to take his meals at home. But given the opportunity, he always prefers to dine here.
Well, nothing's
They say
nothing's
it's because
nothing's
Toma's
better than
even
home
better
cooked foods
chef than most.
and or
The
eating at your own
commissioner
home.
is so fond of home comforts.
Yeah,
They get to talking about you sometimes,
and it's so relaxing
too,
at home.
you know. Always with a very fond tone. The way one would talk about dear old friends around whom one can truly be themselves. Miss Kamisato occasionally joins them as well. Whenever the whole family gets together and they start talking about
We're the
people
most
they've
special
met and
person.
experiences they've had, you always get a mention.
Oh, that's so sweet.
It's been many years now since the late Mr. and Mrs. Kamisato passed away. Much has happened in the Kamisato clan in that time.
Man, she does her voice acting very well.
Gray enough to have watched their son and daughter grow up. It makes me
Sure, it's a bit slow,
happy
but
to see them meet a dependable friend whose company they enjoy so much. So, in the future,
yeah, but
if
she's
you
still
ever do have
voicing
the time,
an old lady, so
you are
you need.
always very
She does it very well.
welcome at the Yashiro Commission headquarters. There will always be at least one old lady who would be delighted to have the pleasure of your company.
Thank you. The people of the Kamisato clan are very dear friends to me.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Paimon likes it here too. Also, you were saying something about the food here being really great. Paimon's itching to try it. We may just have to invite ourselves around for dinner sometime. Paimon meant we should come pay a visit again real soon. Ideally around dinner time.
Of course. You're always welcome.
Alright, goodbye for now. Where are we
Yep.
going next?
Tatarasuna.
Goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry, we'll see ourselves out.
But who will we ask there?
All right then. Take care now. Hope to see you soon.
Oh, are you two leaving already?
Yep, everything's taken care of now. Don't worry.
Very well. Safe travels. Goodbye.
We did not even get to see Toma. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Oh, it's Savior. Of course, of course. But of course.
But what are we looking for? Something or someone?
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the Traveler and Paimon?
Xavier? What are you doing here?
It's pronounced
I was in the
Xavier.
general
What?
area, and now I'm in this specific area. There, that's me. So what about you two?
We have some questions and thought you might be able to help.
Do you know much about Tatarasuna?
Certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth. If there's anything you want to know, just ask away.
How well do you understand the history of this area?
Like the back of my hand. Make no mistake, I have been here a good many times before. Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna years ago. They said it's all true, the history here.
Go on, I'm listening.
Oh, well, it's a long story, don't you know? The tale of Tatarasuna starts a long time ago. I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation. Goes back around 1,000 years. Still, the furnace has had a couple of serious maintenance issues along the way.
A couple? When exactly?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. There was a guy back then too. They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a long way. How about that?
Weren't you gonna ask Xavier something about Tatarasuna?
I am.
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today. Feels like we've been preparing for a history exam or something.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden burning desire for historical knowledge?
Pretty much. So can I ask one more question?
Sure, go ahead.
Have you ever heard of a kabuki mono connected to Tatarasuna?
Kimono? No, I can't say that I have. I do know the word, Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatarasuna is concerned.
Thank you, Savior.
Of course,
Savior.
don't
Savior. Paimon.
We're leaving?
Yeah, like what happened to Ruka Devata?
Oh, you're most welcome. More than happy to help. Farewell.
Like the history changed that everything that Greater Lord did is done by Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Sure, but what's up with you today? Whatever it is, it seems like it's really troubling you. Keep your smile, Spinal Crocodile. No matter what happens, Paimon will always be there for you.
Thank you, Paimon.
Don't mention it. Alright, let's head off and go meet Nahida.
Return to the sanctuary of Surat Star. Let's go. Is it near the end? Or are we near the end? What? I'm really curious when we ask Nahida the question.
It's them.
Okay. So I bet the researches change. Are you still talking about the essay, quote
Indeed
unquote?
we are. If you have a moment, we'd love for you to join us once more.
We have time. What do you want to talk to us about?
It's the same topic we discussed last time. Obviously.
Still looking for more info about Tatarasuna, huh? Should we join them?
Perfect. These two have researched Tatarasuna's past. Let's hear what they have to say.
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress.
Can I read it again?
Huh? Oh, of course.
But I don't want to because that's so long. Let's just look about okay, this has changed because it's clearly on different color. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Kabuki Mono is gone. It's replaced with Mechanic.
I presume you'll want to read mine as well. Here.
This is what's changed. Yeah, and it seems like Kabuki Mono was deleted from it. The content has changed, another effect of tampering with the information in Irminsul. The Balladeer said he'd erased 2 of his names. If he really succeeded, it must have taken all of his might, but still,
What do you think?
a masterpiece.
Hey, Traveler, remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could gather more information about all this? Well, we just got back from Inazuma. So how about we tell them what we learned?
Sure.
What did you find out? Something big?
Something big?
It's a long story. Basically, we have some friends in Inazuma, and...
Wow. So many new details. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the Arminoma clan, you say? Then I guess it must be true. Ugh. So there's no ghost story here after all.
This new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis. Evidently, swordsmiths were seen as having an incredibly prestigious role in society those days, to the extent that harming them was conceived of, at least by the perpetrator, as a way of exacting revenge against those in power.
Yes, okay, point taken, you were right. But that doesn't mean I can't carry on with my novel.
And they're back at it. These guys are really into this.
We've got some things to take care of. Bye for now.
Oh, so sorry. Look at us, prattling on about our projects and ignoring you.
I mean, you guys do yourselves.
So much for the information.
You do you.
You're welcome. See ya.
Keep us in the loop if you find out anything else.
Will do.
Oh my god, that bird is noisy as fuck.
Nahida, we're here!
Traveler, Paimon, how have you been?
Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended up chatting and chatting until suddenly the sun was up. And then he decided he wanted to go to Inazuma.
I was investigating the situation with the Balladeer.
The Balladeer?
Yeah, she does not remember.
Sounds like some kind of code name.
Oh no.
I'm troubled.
Uh-oh.
Is there something you need to tell me?
Traveler forgot that Nahida also forgets. Even Nahida doesn't remember, just like last time. Any changes to Irminsul affect her as well. The Balladeer acted quickly. He finished erasing himself before Nahida could stop him. Let's look later for Ayaka, Kazuha, and Shogun's voice lines about Balladeer. Wonder if we sees anything. I'm the only one who still remembers the things that were erased. Once again, I am the record keeper.
Traveler?
Hey, what's wrong? You look so upset.
There are things that have happened that only I can remember. I have to tell you the truth. The heavy heart you pieced back together, the story was broken and scattered across time. The once more named Balladeer created by Electro Archon, he was a puppet who lived among men. That's what you need to do, Mihoyo. If you're gonna show a text with black screen, you need to put this click to continue button here. because sometimes there are long text messages that you can't that goes flies by around for like 2 seconds. Come on, we need to read. After a series of events in Tatarasuna, the balladeer, thinking he had been twice betrayed, left Inazuma to roam the world beyond. With no trust for humans and only loathing for the gods, he bore his grudge for years as he grew in strength, then returned to Inazuma to take his revenge. He tried in vain to become a deity with a gnosis and ended up losing everything. Finally, he entered Irminsul and learned the truth behind his betrayal. Knowing now that his entire life was built on lies, he did the unthinkable in an attempt to reverse his tragic fate.
That's quite a story. So, this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul, hoping that he could change the past.
Yes, right on point.
How was he even able to do that?
As the traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we defeated it. Nevertheless, it does make sense. If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world would change to reflect the new reality.
So, you believe this person really existed, and we just don't remember him because, well, because he literally changed the world?
Yup.
Yes.
Imagine if you have that power in real life.
Speaking, it is possible to do this. But I'm struggling to imagine the kind of person who would dare go through with it. The traveler comes from a world beyond Tevat. That's why there's no information about him in Irminsul, and it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect him. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you. It's quite incredible when you think about it.
You can say that again.
Paimon's having a hard time understanding this Balladeer guy's motivations. Why did he do it?
I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As for what kind of person he was, only you remember that.
I'm really not sure. So we were enemies after all. I don't know his perspective on this, so I can't say why he did something so extreme. Did he want to reset everything or save someone? Or did he want to completely undo his existence? Everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all. Maybe there's all there is to it. I still remember the question he asked. He asked me specifically, and my hesitation gave him his answer. I hesitated because I witnessed Greater Lord Rukadevata erase her own existence, but I can't tell Nahida that. To put it another way, I know why the Balladeer was so sure it could work, but I can't tell them that. So the thing is, is like Balladeer able to see that about Greater Lord Rukadevata?
Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share?
I just feel empty. He chose such a radical option, and yet
it couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right?
Yes.
Once the Balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatarasuna. Now he saw them as friends again. He couldn't keep hating humans after that. And if he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, it would be hard not to try. The story makes sense. Every part of it.
Now he hates Fatui even more now.
Balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the doctor's help. He was unsuccessful, but retained the power to connect with Irminsul. That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself, even though he didn't have much strength left.
Yeah, it does make sense, but it still ended in tragedy for his friends. It just feels so hopeless. He gave everything to do this, but it seems like he got nothing in return.
Yeah, he changed the world in many ways, and yet the dead still didn't get a second chance. Those fated to a tragic end could not be saved. What exactly did he want to fight back against? The betrayals in his life, or did he wish he'd never existed at all? Oh my god, it's on the character's teaser!
Please wait a moment. I want to check something. Found it. This should be the one.
A knowledge
Turns out
capsule,
that
just kidding.
I have a strange way of confirming everything he has told us. What is it? A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner.
Oh.
You should take a look.
Surprisingly, the information is presented to you in a way that resembles a fairy tale.
Is this a fairy tale?
This matches everything I said.
I authored this record myself.
Oh? Okay.
Huh? You wrote a fairy tale that somehow has something to do with the balladeer?
I think that's a fairy tale in the teaser.
With the traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory.
Just wants heart.
Everything in it is a symbol for something else.
Hold on. So this record survived from the past?
Yes. Any information about the balladeer or the kabuki mono in other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that means it was left intact. Changing the information in Irminsul changes to that. But Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance.
Oh my god, Nahida's the goat. Nahida is so... Oh my... Well, she's not called the god of wisdom for nothing.
And sending the traveler into Irminsul with the balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew he'd remember everything. This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one he told us, the now erased life of the balladeer.
Oh my god.
There was once a lone monster.
Oh,
draped in
it's not.
fox fur.
It's a different one.
Found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as one of their own. Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it. I pity them. But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree who had been abandoned by the humans. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Even without a tail and fur like ours, you are still one of us.
Aww.
Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice.
Okay, so it's like the Tarasuna incident.
It said, "You are the cleverest among us.
But it's narrated in a different
You
way.
can help us find a way to solve this." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water, clear, spotless, and pure. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him,
This is Dottore.
"The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin." The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken
So this is
wing.
his second betrayal.
The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live.
Or is it the third?
It passed
With the
away
little kid.
soon after. After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for good.
This is the third with the kid.
Never
Excuse.
again would it cherish a single creature,
Yeah.
nor a single blade of grass that stood on
Oh, he has the feather
The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly.
that the Shogun gave him.
At the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful and content. I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world. And no one can know that they were different.
We solved it!
I remember now. This is not just the Balladeer story.
Oh.
It is his very own memories. I made a backup so that it would be preserved no matter what happened.
Oh my god.
To become
She's
a
really the
god,
goat.
he was
Oh my
experimented on
god.
and
Let's go,
modified
Naida.
countless times. It was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive is that he was a puppet. This memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Presumably, they kept it to have something to defend themselves with. Creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. That's why they backed up his memory for later use. I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be
Oh my god, that's so fucked up even until everything that has happened. Like,
It's hard to believe that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us on more than one occasion. Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished like a puff of smoke.
The Balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you. Before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail, that Conria was where your twin first came into this world. We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own Harbinger.
I've never had this feeling before. It feels like life is as insignificant as a feather.
It sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around. But still, Paimon doesn't like the way it all ended that much better.
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We look, we see, and we comprehend, but the question still troubles us. So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the troubles they face. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny. To others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance to act on his desire to disappear must have meant a lot. Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always there, guiding us
Alright.
toward a better
Inspiration.
destination.
Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna screenshot that. And that's a good motivational quote, you know? Well, it's just a longer version of there's always a rainbow after every storm. You know?
That is what you have been doing all along.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Nahida's right. Cheer up. How about we go get something to eat? We can pick up this heavy conversation again later.
Good idea. Paimon, why don't you take him out for a walk to clear his head?
You got it. Come on, time traveler, you need to get out of your head for a while. You'll feel much better after taking a walk. Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar. That'll be sure to lift our spirits.
There's a lot of lore bombs on this Archon Quest alone. Hell, even on since the first one of Sumeru, it was
Must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that. But Paimon's always here to help cheer you up.
like it's been a massive lore bomb every time. And I'm all for it. We have Primogems? No, we don't.
We're here! What should we eat first?
I have a nagging feeling like there's something I'm missing. Something's important that I'm forgetting. Sorry, it's just give me a minute. I'm still processing.
Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. Then we can get something to eat.
Come on, brain, let's dig this out. It's gotta be in there somewhere. It was something about Irmin's soul and deleting oneself. Greater Lord Ruka Devata. Forbidden knowledge. Nahida.
What is it? Have you figured it all out?
Yes, that was it. Greater Lord Ruka Devata. She said that no one can erase themselves from existence, not even her. Otherwise, why would she need to create her own reincarnation in Lesser Lord Kusanali? To the deletion for her, there would be no point.
Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
No, I can't tell Paimon. She doesn't know about Greater Lord Ruka Devata. But this is a crucially important detail. It is simply not possible for the Balladeer to completely erase his own existence. In which case, the question is, what happened to him?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small...
Oh my god!
Glass bill.
Oh, it's his new outfit!
Here.
But he still doesn't have a vision. Oh my god! He really looks awesome in that new outfit.
Hey! Hey, wait!
Hmm? You mean me?
No, not you. That kid! Didn't you see? Little rascal grabbed my last 2 fresh Sunsettias and ran off. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? Work's too boring for you? Or has the big city got too many distractions?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
Who's that guy? You know him or something?
Oh my god, that guy! It's the Balladeer! Oh my god, Paimon. We're just talking about him like minutes ago.
You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself get distracted. I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsettias, and I promised the lady down the street I'd deliver a fruit bowl this evening.
Wait a minute. Did he also remove his memories away from him? Wait, cause no one is safe, right? Oh my god. Holy shit. So even he can't remember his past.
Leave it to me. I'll find some more. Just a moment. I'll be right back.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return eventually. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a drifter or something?
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed. Sunsetius, was it? I'll be right back.
Hey, what do we do now?
Let's follow him.
Okay, stay out of sight. Don't let him see you.
Follow him. Oh, that's far away. Can I just teleport? Oh my god, we could just teleport. Fuck. Oh my god, we could have just teleported.
Yeah, this'll do.
Even though you say he's the balladeer, what are we planning on doing? Stealing his Sunsetius? Isn't that a bit too cruel?
Fish Paimon.
Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back.
If I wasn't seeing this with my own eyes, I would never believe it.
Huh? You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
He spotted us!
Why is Paimon
You've
so
been following
scared?
me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice.
You're right, we were following you.
Have we met before? No, we haven't met. But you know me?
Yes.
I have no recollection.
Complicated, but I do know you.
Are you absolutely sure?
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
I can prove it. You're a puppet.
Puppet? What makes you think that?
Oh my... Wait.
Huh?
Oh no.
You were right! The look on his face!
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important.
Okay, here it is. We're gonna be facing the robot, I'm pretty sure. There's somewhere I want to take you.
But please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more for it. Is that true?
You know, for a wonder,
To
sometimes
him out in the wilderness during a storm.
a room and food is all you want, is all you
In
need.
return, I said I'd be his helper for a while.
That's oddly nice of you.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you. Okay?
Alright?
Then let's return to the city.
Oh my god. Yeah, he...
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more. Who are these two?
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
Excuse me, again.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any pay for it. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to be and didn't even care that it was raining. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry? But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable. You know, you should go live your life.
But I don't...
Have a life. Just kidding. Like me. Just kidding. Just kidding, chat. Just kidding, chat.
No, you're right.
Oh my god, he seems like a new
Then I
person.
suppose this is where we say goodbye. Thank you again for taking me into the city.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years. I just hope you find your path.
Thank you. All right, done. Thanks for waiting for me. We can go now.
Oh, we're meeting with Nahida first.
What's wrong? Huh? Are you?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
And his drip is much cooler than before.
Remember anything? So, yeah, quite an eventful walk.
You tell us, our Lord Kusanali, what happened in the Grand Bazaar.
You say that you are trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain.
Let's go, Nahida.
Terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called previous.
I'm so sorry, guys, with like if you hear background noises because there's someone working in the house. So yeah, it's just a minor inconvenience that I'd let you know about. Oh, excuse me. And plus my coughing.
Yes, something far more distant than the past. So far away that you cannot perceive it.
Okay, I have to ask. What was I like in my previous incarnation? Oh, okay. I see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's better to have a new life when you're like your past is like that. So I'm guessing that's why Nahida thought that it would be the best to call it a new life instead of just your past. Where are you just trying to think where to start?
If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear. But I'll be able to handle it. Please, tell me the truth.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did, and many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself go, or you'll never be happy.
Yeah, and that's what he did. That's what Scaramouche did.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time, a chain of cause and effect, a cycle of karma and consequence.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
Yeah.
Not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
We were each other's enemies.
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth?
Dot.
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's just some random stranger we met on the street!
Come on, Paimon.
So much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything. What a weird situation.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom, I trust that everything you told me must be true.
Well, yeah.
It's all true. I can even show you the memories themselves, if you're willing.
Please, I want to see them for myself. I want to experience my own transgressions.
Well, at least this time he will see it with a different perspective. Because we finally know the truth about the betrayals, about what have happened in the past. So he will have a different mindset and towards learning the truth.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to fill the void within me. Except maybe these sins that can never be undone.
Very well. As you wish.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for bringing him here.
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Okay.
Oh, good point. Given your, unique situation, we'd better keep an eye on you.
Understood.
Thank you. Now, prepare yourselves, everyone.
Oh, memories of a certain puppet. He can be the balladeer, harbinger of the Patui, and he can also be the Kabukimono who was once sighted in Tatarasuna. So I think this is fine. This team is fine. Wait, I want to do something. Let's put in Farazan.
I'll hang out with you youngsters.
Although she's not leveled up. I think she's still gonna help. I'm just gonna put in some random artifacts. I want to just focus her ER. Maybe not this though. Just put any random ERPs that I have. Just want to like get her burst up or something. Let's just put all the ERs we can get. And then I'll put the highest bow, highest attack bow. Oh, sacrificial bow fits her so well. I'm pretty sure we get to use. Oh wait, he does not have a vision yet. No, let's not use Faruzan.
Time to broaden our horizons again.
Yeah, I forgot. He still does not have a vision. So I'm pretty sure we can't use him yet. I want to see how he gets his vision.
Inazuma.
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memories. These memories will show
Excuse
you the raw
me
truth,
again.
but be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world. Please be careful.
Sounds like an immersive experience.
A VR.
It's a good thing we came along.
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your protection.
We never give up halfway. Well, we had to once, but that was your doing.
And we're just not. Now we're just finishing the job.
Alright. Thanks.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation. You had a great many
So I'm so
memories
sorry
here.
about that, chat.
Is that because this is kind of like his birthplace?
You could say that, in a sense. You'll see why shortly.
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow Miners? No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved too. No mining crew would be capable of this. There's someone passed out on the ground.
Who are you?
You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Huh. Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichio's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the Balladeer in Shake Pavilion and took him back to Tatarasuna.
And the rest is history. Well, it used to be.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor disguised as a mechanic. The Balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second in command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa. But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence, Nagamasa killed him to put an end to the Tatarasuna incident.
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Let's go, Comanches.
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabukimono.
It's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
So the Shogun just left him there? I hear voices.
Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty, but there's nobody here.
Uh-oh.
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but there's nothing for us here. We can't stay.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died, and then my dad got sick. He kept coughing all the time, just like me.
Oh, is that?
Then
Oh,
Mom started
oh,
coughing too.
oh no.
But you can't.
That's
promised
the
me.
third child. That's the third
And
betrayal.
we're family now. We're gonna be together forever and ever.
This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. Some of the neighbors helped to raise him.
Oh no. Yeah, that's
After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him. They made a promise to live together.
What happened to the child then?
He died from his illness while he was still very young. The balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me too.
Excuse me. I'm so sorry for coughing.
The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends
Yeah,
here.
it does.
Let's keep going.
Are there even enemies here?
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to
Oh.
obstruct you. I've been waiting.
Jester?
What you are truly.
Will we see him?
One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or you could continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
The long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join the...
Oh my god, Jester's voice is so awesome! Bro. Are there chests here? Chest? Aha, I see you. Oh, that's it. That's where we... Oh.
This is dark.
This is the factory.
Paimon knows this place. It's the Delusion Factory in Inazuma.
In the original version of events, the Traveler once encountered the balladeer here.
Such a creepy atmosphere. And so familiar.
I remember this. It was an unsettling place.
Hey, look over there.
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this
Oh?
rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me? Wow. You shouldn't have.
Huh. What do you have to
Oh,
gain from
Nora.
outwitting your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part
Sorry,
of
Senora
this.
Mains.
Perhaps you find fighting in the abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the doctor.
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
I like how the Patsui are like...
I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it.
When we see two Fatui's harbingers together, they're always
Don't let your
arguing.
emotions get in the way.
Surely you're not worried about me.
Ah,
I
yeah.
just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out like trash, must make you want to destroy it completely. Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above everyone else. Bye then. See you at the victory feast.
Uh, um, so sad
Poor
for
little
Senora.
tongue. She's playing with fire talking to me like that. Who does she think she is? Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now. I should prepare to give them a warm welcome.
That's Senora's last days.
The plot does not end here. There is more of this story to come. Wanderer, are you able to continue?
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results in your own interests. Isn't that right, witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
Traveler
Sure,
died.
It's much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
What am I doing? What's happening? My skill issue. Holy shit.
Illusion shattered. Let me amuse myself a little.
So soon.
Let's light it up. Make yourselves at home. No longer. There is no escape.
Propagate. Can't run from death.
This is the last memory. Where we find him in Inazuma. Oh wait, the doctor. When we already have the gnosis, right? Will we see a backstory in there? Oh no, we're at the factory now.
In Sumeru. Is that?
Considering that Immortus sage Nafis refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his place.
Welcome. I look forward to a fruitful collaboration.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
The biological transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event that a successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the machine, and he will be unable to move independently of it.
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the Abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became difficult to further refine the knowledge I had
The
gained.
way he was experimented
That
on
was gracefully worded.
the abyss.
Ever wonder what they think if they knew that nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiments?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
The doctor again? That was uncomfortable to watch.
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
He's the doctor. He's behind all of this.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Paimon.
Let's move on.
Continue exploring. Want to see an amazing cutscene. You think this is the last? Probably. Oh, okay.
Do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
In your eyes, are there any differences between humans and puppets?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If not, then what are the differences between humans and puppets?
There are, but they're not like, in a sense that of course there are differences between humans and puppets. Puppets don't need to eat. They they don't even need sleep, you know. But in a sense that, yeah, Scaramouche is a puppet, but he has feelings. You know, that's why he changed after all of that what has happened, because he has feelings. He does not have a physical heart, but it's not where emotions really come from, right? So in the physical state, yes, there are differences between humans and puppets, but emotionally, no. In Scaramouche's case, he has feelings, he has emotions. After all, it's been true. You know, yeah, that's.
Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and lost, cried with grief, howled with rage at the tragedy of death that eclipses the miracle of life, they are human too.
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear. No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Whatever I am due, let it come to pass.
Are you saying?
Can you return my memories to me?
Huh? But won't that mean you'll lose your current identity?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules, with each person being a collection of past experiences. As a puppet living in a human world, my life is subject to the same rules.
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions that you discarded will return to you. Are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with a void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the next. But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity to become my true self.
Is this the true meaning of Creator Lord Duca Devata's words? A person can't erase themselves, and even though the original balladeer is gone, this person will live on his place. Are a person's sins an inescapable part of their destiny too?
I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. But for all my soul searching as a Shugenja, I've never fully understood it. Looking at it now, it seems that I brought this curse upon myself. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my destiny, and end my wandering.
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours.
At least he views it differently than what he is before.
You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Is this the vision? Is it gonna become a vision? Oh no, never mind.
Set him free?
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is my...
Is he alright?
Oh my god, he's here. The Shogun, no Kami, whatever your name is. Fight, fight, fight. Let's go, Dull Blade. Oh my god, it's the same attack animation as ever. Oh my god. Oh, wait, what? Wait, you have that power? He just slashed the rocks like it's paper, man.
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end.
Oh shit. Oh my god, let's go! Okay, let's go! It's the mission! Oh my god, holy cutscene, man. Oh my god, chills! I'm having chills. Shit. Oh my god, and he's back to his former self. Oh my. Oh my. Oh wait, it's 1v1? Why can't I dash mid-air?
Insignificant past. Search for it.
We're just doing this.
At my command, you shall fall. That's far enough. Feeble human. Upon the gale. Bow your head.
Well, that deals a lot of damage without buffs. Why don't I have my team? So I need to heal him with
Insignificant past. Scatter.
and then we became Ether at the end.
Imbecile! Get out of my
Oh
sight.
my god. Yeah, he's back. He's back to his old self.
Disappeared. Did we win?
And here I thought that we're gonna get a new
What did you
skirmish.
expect? I'd never lose to that.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your own
Excuse me. I'm very sorry again.
But it was you inside that thing
sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am.
Now you've recovered your memories, the past will catch up with you.
You sound like you're concerned about me.
For a moment, but now, not anymore.
But don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
Let's go. Our boys changed. It's we saw a ghost. No precious chest, whatever. Okay, whatever.
Welcome back, Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer.
It feels like we just went on a really long journey. Paimon's exhausted.
What are you thinking?
That name?
Yeah,
It's fine.
I guess.
But I was just thinking, I should probably change it.
Yeah, because it has a bad past, and of course its reputation. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you won't go by the Balladeer anymore.
After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him.
Yeah.
I'm not planning on returning.
And he's not
to
a Harbinger anymore.
And they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not even remember who the 6th is.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
Yeah, let's go. Let's call it a tactical retreat. And it's for the best, you know.
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Yep.
Of course.
Or the real past.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people, these are not simple things to accomplish. What you are looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed. How ridiculous.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten so little in return?
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world worth regretting. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Yes, and I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths? You trying to win me over too?
In all honesty, your past experiences
We just
made
want
you a
to
useful asset to Sumeru
help you
and to
learn,
me.
to know the
And
truth,
Never was indeed a part of my
accept the
plan.
truth.
But before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Yeah. She's right.
Clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again, so be it.
Nahida doesn't see you that way.
Oh right, I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into justice and all
No, it's
that.
folklore. Just
Sorry
kidding.
if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers. I can live with that.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way. Traveler, in the future, I'll continue to search Irminsul more deeply and see what secrets can be uncovered, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul.
But can Scaramouche still do it, or Wanderer?
Before and after that point, I want to know as well.
Thank you. Let's hope you can find some
I will
answers.
try.
Traveler.
Yep. Yes.
After I dove into the information torrents in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma?
because I wanted to know what you'd
So
changed.
that's how you found out whose fate had changed. And how. Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. And I'll do everything I can to pay it back.
I didn't do all this for the reward.
Following and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance the books one day. Don't you worry.
Balance the books by coming home on my next pull. That would be a great help. Thanks.
I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. There is no such thing as balancing the books. Some things in this world can never be brought back, and they can never be changed, which is why there is emotion in the human world. Everything that you feel is real and lasting, and whatever is missing in you will not be made whole. To be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose whether or not you want to be human.
Yeah.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway, I gave up trying to become a human a long time ago.
No, not
You
really.
understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. You're just bearing your feelings.
You can't escape from Nahida, bro.
Past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the shorter your past will become.
Man, I need a Nahida in life, you know. A friend who gives
Sounds like you've got a
motivational
future
and
for me.
inspiration every time. I need a friend like Nahida. I hope you can give Nahida a chance.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but the most important thing now is that you need to follow Nahida. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been for nothing.
Yeah, give him some time.
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
Oh, let's. Oh, Paimon is excited.
You've
Yatta!
accepted our proposal. Why don't you choose a new name to celebrate?
Oh, Pog. Oh wait, yeah. I was spoiled that we can name.
Why?
We can name the sky. We can name Wanderer.
Paimon still doesn't like you that much.
Oh my God, Paimon.
Then I hope we don't see much of each other in the future.
Excuse.
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking.
But I have a name in mind.
The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot.
When I was
If
spoiled.
you can't decide on a new name, maybe you can ask them for ideas.
You want us to decide?
No, Paimon only does nicknames. If it's a serious name you're after, it's all yours.
So like I was thinking of, you know, the classic Fujin stuff.
Have you got anything?
The classic Fujin, and then no, but it's really not, I don't, but it's pretty common. I think many people will choose it. So like, let's see. I can obtain the item from Archon Quest interlude, which allow you to change Eon's Adrift or Wanderer's name. Please take note that some names cannot be utilized in this change. Once you have renamed this character, some interfaces in the game going forward will display the name that you have chosen. There's a limit on the number of times you can rename this character, or so do it care. Okay, disclaimer, yeah, please don't name your wanderers bad. That go against, you know, yeah, this phrase, gender, religion, yada. Please be mindful of that. Don't name it too offensive, not just too offensive, you know, and might trigger anyone. We may have to restrict your use of the game services if you do not follow these rules. These may include suspension, restriction, a name reset, forced disconnection, login suspension, or an account or feature. At the same time, you are welcome to use the report function to send feedback to us should you encounter the aforementioned situations. So I'm gonna name him Sukuru. So what Sukuru means is so I'm really fan of Final Fantasy 8. So his name is the Japanese for squall, which means wind, which means gale or hurricane sometime, and it can be a storm. So uh since his animal is so might as well name him after one of my favorite protagonists. And I like Baladir. I like him as an enemy of us, and I like him more how that his redemption arc. So yeah, I'm really happy with the quest, and I'm gonna name him Sukuru. I'm gonna screenshot this. Since it's Japanese still.
Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty sure. Yes, I think this will do.
Oh, alright. If you say so.
So we're kinda like his stepdad because we named him. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Now you have a name of your own.
What about a nickname? Are you done yet?
Still thinking. Stop rushing me!
Take your time. I don't need to see you again until you've thought of one.
What do you plan to do next?
Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer will have to
Oh
pay
no,
the price.
Dottore. You better run.
The doctor, at least.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path will change accordingly. But it won't be immediate. You still need some time to compose.
Sukuru's out for blood. Let's go.
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. Well, they ought to know about the connection between Raiden Gokuden and myself. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, please tell them that I was the one responsible for the Raiden Gokuden's downfall. Even though the events have been erased from the world, they still deserve to know the truth.
I see. That is up to you.
Huh? But if we do that, then...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. Maybe that's how it always should have been. ... What's that look for? Don't make that face. I know what I'm doing. That day will come. Alright. We're done here. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
He's gone.
What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime in an instant. He'll need some time to calm down.
Yeah, true. But even so, after everything that's happened, he doesn't seem quite as fierce anymore.
There were some bumps along the way, but it's all over now.
We can finally go eat? Paimon is
Of course, food as always, Paimon.
Thank you both. I hope you will find somewhere nice to go and relax for a while.
Yeah, is it done? I mean, of course it's done. What else? It's loading. Is there a cutscene still? Pretty sure. Huh. Or we're out of somewhere. Or okay.
I've got it! I can end my novel with some words from Mikoshi Nagamasa.
You mean because everyone else in the story is dead?
Yeah, I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the perfect fit to be the narrator of the epilogue. The dark clouds had dissipated, but they continued to cast their shadow in Mikoshi Nagamasa's mind for decades to come. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that prized blade, the Daitatara Nagamasa, was forged, the people rejoiced, and there was painting, dancing, and drinking. All these expressions of joy melted down in the furnace fire and turned into red clouds that rallied around the final sunrise that Mikoshi Nagamasa saw in his lifetime. Life is a story too long to be told, a journey that you must walk to behold.
Return to the resting place. There's more? That's far. Let's TP here, I guess. I mean, I think the other one's shorter.
It's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back.
I'll buy some delicious treats as a reward.
Wow, great! Huh? Look at the vase.
What about it?
Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something? Like, Paimon doesn't remember there being a cleaner.
Paimon, you broke it. Yep. So why is this
You sound lost and confused.
Wait, what the fuck? Bro, who are you?
I know why you are troubled. Any who knew of this would find their mind overwhelmed.
Wait, I don't recognize that voice.
Huh? Is there someone here talking to us?
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. Perhaps a god may have a slim chance, but for anyone else, who can say? When a small animal runs into a tree trunk, though the tree may sway, it is not displaced. The same is true of fate. Like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird, the result is still a broken vase, is it not?
Who are you? How do you know about all this?
History does not change easily, but human hearts can. Believe your own eyes. Only that which you see is true. What is
Yeah, I guess.
unseen
But
is
who are you?
an illusion.
The voices disappeared. And who the heck was that? And what were they doing coming out of nowhere and saying all that scary stuff?
Could it be folklore? But it does not make sense. It's still too early for her.
Anyway,
And she has no reason.
still lying there broken on the ground. Should Paimon go get someone to clean it up? It feels wrong just leaving it there. Just a moment. Paimon will be right back.
I wonder what else awaits me in the future. So if we're talking about future, is that really folklore? But it does not make sense. Oh, I see. You can still rename them. I don't see a sense to it though. Is that? I'm pretty sure that's a god, because you know, ordinary people can't do that. So, okay, thank you. So that concludes today's stream. So I was like, it's amazing. The story is amazing. The lore bombs are amazing, and Wanderer's Redemption arc Like, so yeah, I'm pretty amazed by the story. And you know, we heard more from Jester. Well, I'm speechless. Like, and that final and the cut scene where he receives his vision. Oh my god. Okay. Um, so amazing. And anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to like, follow, comment, all the good stuff. On my socials, link in the description below. And I also have a Discord, which is, yeah, under in the description box. Anyway, and so that's it for me. And see you guys after 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours for some Genius Invocation TCG gameplay. Still a lot to do. Still a lot of cards that I want. I want to finalize my deck and such. Anyway, thank you guys again for watching. Bye bye.